Good evening, and welcome to a Speed Champions double feature. Tonight, I am continuing my builds of the LEGO Speed Champions series of licensed cars, and tonight I'm actually doing a double feature. It's technically two single car sets, but they're from the same car company, and we're winding down the single car sets. So I figured because they're from the same make, we'll go ahead and make it into a custom two-pack stream. So let's switch over to the camera. I have for you tonight these two cars. It looks like my camera shifted out of position since I set up, so let's fix that a little bit. So I have here from the 2021 wave of Speed Champions, we have the Ferrari Tributo, and over here with the classy yellow racing stripe from the 2023 wave of Speed Champions, we have the Ferrari Competizione. There were actually three Speed Champions Ferrari cars in Generation 2. There was a car in the 2022 wave, which I already built way back in the early episodes of this series. It was probably my 7th or 8th car. So the one thing that all three of these Ferrari cars have in common is this beautiful bright red color. So hold on, let me adjust my audio. Am I coming in strong? All right, that's a little bit better. Maybe too strong. Sorry, I changed some settings the other day. You can also see that I adjusted the camera. And the camera also looks like it's having trouble focusing right now. And let's go ahead and get into it. I did remember to pull aside my tool this time in case we need it, because I usually pull it out during the LEGO streams, and last LEGO stream was like the one time I needed it, and I realized I'd forgotten to pull it out. So here we are. These are usually orange. But somehow I ended up with two teal ones, and there's also some very rare green ones that I think are LEGO staff exclusive. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll set the Competizione aside. We'll do this car later. It's from the 2023 wave. This one was from 2021. So we'll do this Tributo first. So here's the car. And looks like the camera's having focus issues tonight. Also, my corner seems darker than usual, but I have all the lights on, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But here's the Tributo. And on the back, you can see the Speed Champions tradition of seeing the back of the car and a photo of the real car as well. And you can also see there's a little inset showing the driver sitting inside the car. So there's the back once again, and the front. And we have two cars to get through, so let's get right into the build. And I'm going to let me make sure I have the correct instructions pulled up, because I have both instructions pulled up. So now I'm going to try. All right, we broke the seal. The box is open. It comes with instruction book. You know the drill by now. We're going to set that aside, and I'm going to pull up the instructions in the corner. There we go. And now let's see what else comes in this box. Well, we know by now. Should be 2 numbered bags, sticker sheet, maybe a chassis that's sometimes in the first bag and sometimes not. And so here's bag 2. And we will set that to the side here until we need it. And here's bag 1, which we will need immediately. We do have a loose chassis piece inside, the standard Speed Champions chassis piece. And at the bottom of the box, we have a sticker sheet. And this sticker sheet, not too bad, honestly. Pretty mild for a Speed Champions sticker sheet. It's got 12 stickers on it. This is very low for a Speed Champion sticker sheet. We won't have a hard time with stickers at all. Let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see from the diagram, bag 1 will give us the back half of the car as usual, and bag 2 will be completing up the front half of the car. So here it's telling us to open bag 1 and get the chassis piece ready. So let's, ugh. It looks like with this new camera angle, a significant chunk of my table is cut off by the instructions. I'm also showing the corner of the desk. I'm not sure I like this new camera angle. I'll play with it again before the next time, but I really do want to get started. So let's go ahead and open bag 1. So off camera, I built a 200 piece, actually a 195 piece set the other night. I just want to do a casual off-stream build for fun. It had 195 pieces, and somehow it was 4 numbered bags. They really went excessive with the bag splitting for that set, I believe. There's no reason to do 4 whole bags for only less than 200 pieces. But the bag separation did make sense. So anyway, here we go. Here's our parts pile. We have the chassis, and of course we're starting with the driver. So let's find the pieces of the driver. So he has dark blue pants. So I guess he's one of the more casual outfits. Yeah, because he's got this red jacket around a white t-shirt with the Ferrari logo. Let's find the driver's head. And he's another one with a double-sided head. We don't see that a lot in Speed Champions. So we have a choice of simple smile or excited smile. And since we're going with a classic car and he's more casual, I'll let him keep the bigger smile. So we're also going to put his hair on. So here's what he looks like as a completed driver minifigure. You can see he's really excited. He's got a casual red jacket, white t-shirt with the Ferrari logo. Yeah, I hate this camera angle. It's hard to do close-ups, and the camera doesn't seem to want to focus properly. Alright, so there's our driver. We will set him off to the side to watch the car be built. And because this is 2 individual single car sets, not an actual 2-pack, each driver is going to get their own wrench, which means we don't have to go into the baggie of spare wrenches that I have set aside for 2-packs. So here's his wrench, and he's also going to get a helmet. He gets the standard Speed Champions black helmet that most Speed Champions drivers get. So there's his helmet. So he's sitting aside with his accessories, and he's ready to watch the car be built. So we start here on this step with the chassis piece, and we start with 2 small jump plates on the inside of it. It'll be interesting to compare and contrast the two cars after we finish them, because they look like they're relatively similar in exterior design, at least. When they do two packs, actual two packs, they try and give us two distinctly different cars. Um, and these two cars are distinctly different, but they have some similarities, and they both have the same basic color scheme of bright red. Okay, I see. I think I see what's going on with this stuff. You can't see it on camera, but it's very warm. It's been very warm here, and so I'm actually sitting in my corner with my little portable neck fan. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up. I have it on the lowest setting, but I was really hot to the point where it was too uncomfortable to start stream if I didn't do something about it. So here we have our first uh, axle block, typical for Speed Champions. So it looks like it's 2021 in which they started putting the axle pins in to the axle block upon assembly rather than sticking them onto the wheels. Because the last two cars we did, well, two of the last couple cars we did were from the 20 single cars from the 2021 wave, and in those, the pins were attached to the wheels at the end and then pushed into these blocks. So it's interesting to see how Speed Champions traditional progressions updated over the years. This is from 2021, and we're into the standard configuration of having the axle pins in during the wheel block phase. Now, my corner is a little bit darker than it usually is. I don't know why, or at least it seems darker. So black on black is going to be harder for you guys to see. I do apologize for that, but there's not much I can do about it. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what to expect with the sticker sheet on the other car. I think that one's a more normal Speed Champions sticker sheet with a lot of stickers. But I guess we'll find out when we get to that car. Right now, let's just give our full attention to this car and enjoy each of the individual build experiences for itself. I've also that vision issue I talked about a couple streams ago. It's been hitting me really bad lately because we're in midsummer now and it's been hot. And so I've been having blurry vision most days lately, to the point where I almost thought about delaying the stream today, but I really wanted to do a Lego build session. So here we are. Okay, so it looks like what we're doing, these shapes here make it a little more obvious what we're trying to put together here. It looks like we're trying to set up the back fender section of this car. Because those are very clearly, those little gray tubes we just put on are very clearly meant to represent exhaust pipes. Okay. And now we're doing a small assembly for the assembly, this time using some brackets. Oh, and I was just off camera because I went behind the instructions. I'm sorry. I'm not really used to this camera angle. In fact, I might try and do an adjustment between cars if it continues to be an issue. Okay. That's an interesting build step there. But yeah, we just put that section onto the back of the car. You know what? Let's try and fix things up. Yeah, I don't get any more build space because the other table's there. If I pull this up a little more. Yeah, no, I didn't really do anything with that. Let's just see how it goes. Yeah, as you just saw, little bits of the car aren't really secured into the frame yet. That will happen as the car gets built up. Yeah, that section's really not secure yet. I think these brackets will anchor it though. Let's just, yeah, that tightens up that section. So now the back of the cars, the structure for the back of the car is a little more secure than it was. Let's keep going. So we still have kind of this blocky interior inner structure going like we had with the 2021 cars. but we're starting to see some of the more um, unique shaping that goes on with the later cars. Here's our wheel arches and the first significant splash of the car's distinctive exterior bright red color. You know what? Because it is a two-pack, or because it is two cars tonight, we'll let this driver sit and watch while his friend's car gets built too. Obviously, his friend can't join us and watch this one because we haven't opened the other box yet. But I looked at the I looked at pictures of these two drivers. The face prints are similar. These two guys could be brothers. And then we have printed something. Okay, so we have this. It's got studs on the end like a plate, but it's flat in the middle like a tile. And the tile section is printed with a big black block. So this is a color blocking print. And that is supposed to go on the back of the car like this. And then there's supposed to be one more of those. That goes on like this. So that's what that's what it looks like with those two bits put on. And this step's gonna fill in the middle of that and give us our first sticker. The number 1 sticker. So this is actually a license plate. It says FGD 2006. I am not sure what the significance of those numbers are, but I will look it up at later. Maybe between cards. We'll look it up if I remember. And if I don't, well, sorry. I want it to be centered perfectly, or as good as possible, given my limited light and vision tonight. There's only 12 stickers, so we can take our time to make sure that all 12 of them look good. Now that's crooked. Let's try that again. I'm not going to spend too much longer on this one. I want it to look good, but the way my garage is set up, the cards can't really be seen from the back. So the front details are more important to be straight than the back details. Plus I put a little crease on that sticker already. Let's just move on. Okay, I'm not sure what the step is telling me to do here. I'm going to assume this is what it means to do. Yeah. All right, I figured it out. So that's what this little section looks like with the license plate. FGD 2006. And then we're just going to stick that onto the back of the car here. Like that. Oh wait, there was another whole step on this page that I ignored. Okay. So, this is just some more color blocking and shaping going on. I'm not going to show you the progression after every single step, because then we'll be here all night. All right, now what's going on here? I'm going to do my best to keep as much of the action on screen as possible. Just keep in mind that we have issues with the camera angle tonight. Okay, so it looks like we're filling in some colors now. It's all red and black from here on out for this bag. We're doing some more of the internal structure and shaping. That will eventually lead to the car's unique outward appearance. Okay, it looks like we're starting to do the very beginnings of the shaping for the back window area. Since you can see there's a dark transparent tile in this step. And there's also a square black tile. So yeah, we've just put in the very base of the rear window area. And now it looks like we're going to keep building up the shape of the back of the car. Interesting how the shapes are lining up. This is going to be a cool looking car when we finish, I think. They all are, but um, this one in particular, I think is going to look really cool. Of course, I say that about all of them, so it looks like we're working on half of the tail lights right now. And then we'll do, yeah, we do another one on the other side. And here's another sticker. Let's get the piece together that the sticker is going to go on. That's a cool sticker. It's Ferrari's distinctive horse logo in tiny. Let's get the sticker on, and then I will show you what the back of the car looks like. Actually, let's wait till the next step. And then I'll show you the whole back of the car, because it looks like on the next step we're filling in some gaps. Let's see, can I get this to show? It's having focus issues, but there you can see Ferrari's distinctive horse-shaped logo. And this is going to go on here right above the license plate. And then in this next step, we just do a little bit more shaping for this back section here. Got to do that one more time. This car really does have some really cool shaping going on around the back here. Here's what the back looks like so far. You can see the exhaust pipe, license plate, the Ferrari logo, and the tail lights. The tail lights are trans red on bright red, so they're probably not coming up too well on camera. But that's what the back of the car looks like so far. It's really starting to come together in detail. And it looks like here is where we're going to start filling in some of the shaping for the upper portion of the back of the car. Yeah, we're going to start tiling things off so it has the exterior of the car has a smooth appearance. That's one of the cool things about the Speed Champions cars. I like how they try and make the exterior smooth so that there's not a lot of visible studs around the exterior. I mean, obviously some studs are unavoidable on the exterior, but I like how Speed Champions, for the most part, tries and makes the car finished as smooth as possible. So yeah, that's what it looks like with all those smoothed off pieces now. And now it looks like we're going to start to build up the back window some more. We're quickly running out of pieces in bag 1, so we'll be switching to bag 2 very shortly. That means we're making good progress on this car. It's a 2-car stream, so it is going to be a long one tonight, which means time per car is a factor to be considered. But we're going to enjoy both cars while each car is in the spotlight. Each car, yeah, we've already talked about that, sorry. So yeah, we have these dark transparent tiles going on top of black to give this distinctive color to the what looks like it's going to be the rear window. And now we have some color blocking on slopes. Let me put the slopes on so I can match the color blocking better with the stickers. So I want the upper part, the upper corner of this to be red, and then the black can go along the neighboring black sections. And just like that, we've already gone through a third of the sticker sheet, even though we've hardly put any stickers on at all. This is only our 4th sticker. I like simple sticker sheets. Hopefully we won't have to adjust once we start filling in the red blocks around it. But that's what the section looks like with this 2 stickers on and the slopes in place. And here we're going to get some more slope pieces with some more stickers. How are these, do these pieces line up? Let's put these on too, because there's some more color blocking that needs to go on these. Okay, so these go on like this. And fill in the black area with a lot of red. Okay, these 2 stickers are exactly the same. So as long as I line them up right along the edge, they should look good with what we're putting in front of them. Yeah, I know I'm a little off camera right now. So yeah, the back of the car is really taking shape now. All right, and then some more wedges. And these only have one point of connection. So hopefully something else will be added later to help them stay in place. Okay, and here we have another sticker. It looks like this sticker is going to represent, well, that's going inside the chassis in the seating area. So this is going to represent part of the console. I can't tell which way the sticker is facing though. Oh, I see which way the sticker is facing. The red stripes are towards the bottom inside. So that's what we just made. And I know it's not perfectly straight, but this is an interior sticker. So it'll look good enough for what this sticker does. Okay, it looks like we have some shaping for the back of the seats now. And we have here, of course, the other axle block with its axle pins. And it's time for bag 2. I just realized he went a little off camera, so let's pull him back a bit. So it looks like in 2021, the wheels and tires were still separate pieces. So let's set those aside real quick. Oh, and we have this baggie of wheel covers. We're going to set that aside until we need it. Meanwhile, let's take the tires out so that they don't roll around on us. And we have this other little bag that I need to open up here. Oh, and I usually set the canopy aside as well. There's some nice printing on it to do the color blocking for the top of the car. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, and now we have a little assembly we're going to do. There's only 5 stickers left for this half of the car. So stickers isn't going to be a big deal at all for the rest of this build. So yeah, it's coming together. Sorry about that. Yeah. I don't care who's on right now. It's going to be a couple hours at least before we're only halfway done with the first of 2 cars. It'll be a long time before we're rating out. So whoever's on that list now is completely irrelevant because it's going to change by the time we're ready. Meanwhile, let's keep going. Oh, we have some printed. I've always thought that pentagonal shield tile piece was pretty cool. And we've got them in red plastic, but printed with black. I'm not sure why they didn't just give us black pentagonal tiles for that step, but I guess as the car comes together, we'll find out why. That print is big enough to have been something that they would do a sticker for under normal circumstances. But I'm glad it's a print and not a sticker. 2 less stickers that I have to worry about. So yeah, every remaining Speed Champion stream in the series is going to be a 2-car stream. I have the 2 Fast and the Furious movie cars next, which is going to be the last of the single car packs. And then I have 6 2-packs that I still need to buy, but which I should start to get them in hand soon. There's 4 retired 2-packs, and then there's 2 newer 2-packs that just came out on the June 1st wave of Lego releases. So after tonight, basically, there's 14 more cars to build across 7 more streams. And then we will have completed the Speed Champions 2nd generation series. I'm trying my best to keep as much of the action on camera as possible, but it's a little hard to do so. I'll try and fix my camera back to the way it was positioned before I do the movie car stream. Okay, so this section attaches to the front here of the car, and we've started to put in the very beginnings of the shaping for the front of the car. And then we have a steering wheel and plate. All right, so we're filling in a little more of the interior detailing. There's the steering wheel, and then a little plate to close the gap here. And then some more plating, building up around the inner console. And then we have some more bracketing going on here. and as well as some studs that, based on their bright color, are going to be completely covered up by the time we finish. Ooh, that was a major Butterfingers moment there. But nothing went off the table as far as I can tell. All right. So yeah, everything's been put back together, and that's where we stand. Let's keep this going. All right. Looks like it's time for some shaping. I'm surprised nothing went off the table when I had that big drop a few moments ago. That was one of the biggest clumsy moments I've ever had on one of these streams. Yeah, pulling out my neck fan, really good idea, because it's kind of uncomfortable in here right now. But I'm doing just fine right now, other than that clumsy moment. Yeah, we're doing another one of those for the other side. Given the symmetry of pretty much all the cards in this line, um, when you do constructions for one side, it's very easy, in fact, a no-brainer to predict we'll be doing the same constructions on the other side. And then this one will attach in here. Same way we did the other one. Is this feeling? Yeah, this is feeling a little more secure now. I don't think that piece is going to go flying anymore. Meanwhile, let's start working on this assembly here. After I finish Speed Champions, for the most part, my wish list is whatever I feel like collecting. I'm not really going all in on any more series, and there'll be a lot more that I'm doing off stream as well during that time. But I'll stream some of the stuff. I have a couple really special streams planned once I acquire those particular sets. But Lego content is probably going to slow down after I finish Speed Champions. It's an effort to set up for these Lego streams. There's a lot of extra setup and cleanup involved, so Um, I won't be streaming every Lego set I get. That's just too much. Okay, how's this supposed to line up? Okay, I see how it lines up. So those studs are in line with the other studs. So this goes like that. Oh, I see. The reason why those pentagon tiles at the front were red plastic with printed black is because the interior section had to be black, but the side of it had to be red to match the rest of the details of the front of the car. Not sure why it's not stickers, because usually for a block that big, they give us stickers. But I'm glad it wasn't. So let's keep going. So this bracket here should secure that whole setup. Yeah, front of the car is not going anywhere. Let's keep going. Did I miss a step? Yeah, those are not in line. But those... Hold on a second. So there was the gray piece, and then the black piece in front of the... And then that went in. I'm not sure if I missed a step or not. Doesn't look like I did, so let's just keep going. And if I did, well, the pieces I'm putting in are pretty secure. So I think we're good to go on. So here's the front wheel arches going in. And with that, the front of the car is starting to come together and look. Oh, I got an itch. And the way my table's set up, it's very hard to get to that itch. I think I got it though. But we got clip going on the side of the car. I wonder what that's going to be for. One more of those. My normal Saturday night raid may or may not be on tonight. but he said if he's going to be on tonight, it'll be later than usual. So we'll probably end up rating a music streamer tonight. I'm going to theater tomorrow, which motivates me to really get these tests going for the karaoke streams and music streams I want to start to do in the next couple weeks. I did a test for the music robot, and that's going to work on stream. Not so sure about the karaoke, but I'm hoping to test that successfully this week once I'm able to start singing again. My voice still isn't back 100% from my long illness the past couple weeks. So what we're doing right now looks like it's a bunch of shaping and filling in. Basically, and this slow piece we're putting in is basically to smoothen up the interior a little bit. Oh, I see what those little quarter tiles are there to fill in some color gaps. Interesting. Okay, let's keep this build going. All right. There's some cool shaping going on up there. Shaping that I won't be able to get on camera because it's so tiny and detailed. I almost yeeted my pile of wheel bits off the table there. I gotta be more careful. Well, I'm not. I gotta be more careful, I guess, with my off arm position. Okay. Our pile of parts is down to mostly red. So it looks like we just have a bunch of shaping and finishing left to do for the front of this car. Excuse me a moment. Still not sure what those two clips on the side brackets are for, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. But, geez. I may have just used an incorrect plate. Bear with me a minute. I don't think I wanted to use... I'll have to check the other plate I used as well to make sure it's the correct one. Give me a moment to look at these red 1x1 plates real quick. Excuse me one moment to look at these instructions. Oh, yeah. So, okay then. These were the correct plates. I'm doing things wrong, though. So, yeah. Let's see if I can turn this tile a little bit. You're not going to be able to see it. The camera will not focus on something this tiny. But there's a little tiny Ferrari logo printed on the side of that plate. And I didn't see that in the instructions at first because, as you know, as I mentioned before, I've been having a little bit of vision problems the past couple weeks. So let's make sure. The instructions for this step do say I want the little tiny Ferrari logo to be showing outward, though. So that side is on correctly. And let's try it again for this side. Ugh, that was almost a Butterfinger moment, but somehow I caught it and prevented it from happening. So yeah. So now if you look at the sides of the car, there's a little tiny Ferrari logo right there above the wheel arch. Okay, let's keep going. So now we have some more slopes and tiles. Okay, so I am supposed to leave an exposed side. So this goes here. That was an interesting click snap sound. Yeah, we want to leave an exposed stud because something else is going to go there, it looks like. And then we have these other tiles to finish off the shaping on the edges like this. There should be one more of those tiles. And then some wedges as well. And some more slopes. Hold on. No, wrong. The slopes line up down here. Excuse me. So now it looks like we're building up this piece to shape the front of the car. And this section attaches on like this. So yeah, the front of the car is really coming together now. We have the last 5 stickers to do on this page, so please bear with me while I do these. This is mostly going to be off camera, as the stickers usually are, because I like precision. Wow, that's totally off center. And actually, given that this piece needs to be centered more properly and doesn't connect to anything, I'm going to go ahead and take this, or maybe I won't take it off because it's on there good. Let's see if I can line it up a little bit better than I did though. Still not perfectly centered, but in the lighting of this room, it looks centered from this angle. From the angles that matter, it looks pretty good. Let's go on to the other stickers. Oh wow, and these are some really tiny stickers that require to be lined up. So give me a little bit. This is going to take me a little while. And then we're done with the sticker sheet after I finish this spread. Now that one lined up pretty good. Same thing on the other side here. Okay, so what we did, what these stickers represent is the headlights. And this is probably one of the best lining up along the edges of stickers jobs that I've ever done with this series, even though I can't really see what I'm doing. So here, if I show you the front of the car, you can see at the edges of the car, here and here, you can see there's headlights. Each headlight is composed of 2 stickers lined up along a gap. And I did that pretty cleanly. And also right at the front of the car, right there, there's a little tiny Ferrari logo. So now, as you can see, we are done with the sticker sheet. Let's keep going. You know what? The front of the car is pretty much done. I think the rest of these pieces, these assemblies here, are going to fill in for the sides of the car and finish the structure and coloring and shaping for the sides of the car. So we're going to stick this on the side. And how exactly does it line up? Okay, so there's still some little gaps in there. Nope, wrong. We're below the bottom of the car like that. Let's try that again. So we're going to, so there's actually still some gapping going on. But it lines up there and is flush with the bottom of the car. And then that gap is filled in with these little slopes. So that's what the side looks like finished up. And then we will do the same assembly for this side. Okay, and then we just put in these, we fill in this little gap down here. And we're almost done with this car. And now let's take a look. This is what the clips were for on the sides of the car, it looks like. And it looks like it's time for the wheels and canopy, because I don't have any more regular pieces left. So let's do the wheels. We need the wheel covers as well. Let's push these little extras out of the way. Which wheel covers are we using? The Pentagon Star ones, it looks like. Since we're dealing with 2 cars tonight, I'm gonna leave the ones I'm not using in the little baggie until cleanup. And then I'll do what I usually do with them after stream. Okay, those are all our star wheels. The wagon wheels can be set aside because I don't need them for this build. And here you can see that the wheels and tires are still separate at this point in the Speed Champions Generation 2 release timeline. So we will put the wheel into the tire and then attach the wheel cover. And this is what our completed wheel looks like. That's a beautiful car wheel. And I will start popping these onto the car as I prepare them. We're not going to put him inside the car. We're not going to put the driver inside the car. We're going to do the same thing with the driver that we usually do. But for right now, he needs to stay seated because we have another build to do. All right, we got 2 wheels on. Got to do 2 more. One more wheel. Oh, I almost had a Butterfinger moment there. But the last wheel is together. Let's pop it on. And the car has its wheels now. And then we're also going to take our beautiful printed canopy and we're going to stick that on top of the car like this to finish the look. As you can see, the red lines up with the other red sections. And we have here the beautiful Ferrari Tributo. We finished that at just under the hour-and-a-half mark. So about average for a build time on one of these cars. For single cars, I average between an hour and a quarter and 2 hours. Some of the more complicated cars with a lot of stickers run the full 2 hours. But there we go. A beautiful car all around. And there's the back again. And here's this side. And we will leave it there. And let's just see here. Here's another advertisement for that racing game. So yeah, we will leave it there for a moment. And I will take a quick bio break. So let's do it like that. And we will stick him right there. I can't really do a close-up of this with my current configuration. That's how we're going to show it for the bio break. All right, let's go ahead and take a very quick break, and then I'll be back. Let's go ahead and take a... Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Never underestimate the importance of a good bio break. Uh, it helps you keep you refreshed for the remainder of stream. Anyway, one last look at the Ferrari Tributo. We'll seat him back down to watch the construction of the other car with his other driver friend. Let's get ready now to build the Ferrari Competizione. So one last look at the Tributo. We'll clear it out of the way. And that is not a good place for it. I'll adjust its position as soon as we open the other box. Um, so now we have here the other car for tonight, the Ferrari Competizione. You can see it's the same bright red color but this one has a yellow racing stripe. Here on the back of the box, you can see the back of the car. The car is driving away from us. You can see more of that distinctive yellow racing stripe. And then on this side, photo of the real car as well. Let's go ahead and get it opened. And here we have, of course, the standard chassis piece. This one packed the wheels separately, and these are black wheels, so it'll be easy to tell the difference of which baggie to put with what. Leftovers and instruction book. Speaking of instruction books, here's the one that was in the box, and as standard, we're going to set that over here aside, and we're going to come over here to my PDF instructions. And this card's instructions are now on screen. And here is the sticker sheet for the Competizione. It looks a little more substantial than the Tributo, but not too bad. Quick count here. It's like low average for a Speed Champion set, the sticker sheet. So we are going to be doing a lot of sticker time on this build. But probably not too much time compared with most Speed Champions cars. So pulling out the bags, here's bag one. Alright, the box is empty. Here's bag two, which we are going to set aside until we need it. And with the instructions out of the way, I can move the Tributo to a more stable space off camera. So, let's go ahead and get into this build. So yeah, same deals here. Back half of the car in bag one, and then bag two being the front of the car. Audio still working, so let's proceed. Bag one and the chassis piece. Some more of that distinctive red and black color scheme. You can see these two cards definitely match in color scheme. Okay, all the bag one bits are open. Let's go ahead and get started. We start with the driver, who has another standard black helmet. Oh, I just found the helmet piece in the pile, so I'm going to go ahead and put that together and set it aside. Because the driver doesn't need his helmet when his car isn't built yet, obviously. So yeah, there's another standard black helmet. We'll put it with the other one. And because this is another separate whole set and not an actual 2-pack, this driver also came with his own wrench, and we don't need to go into the bag of spare wrenches. We'll set that one over here with the other. And now let's build the driver. We need to find the leg piece and the head piece. Unlike the other driver, this driver just has the one face. It's rare for speed champions to have two faces. For speed champions drivers, I mean. Although we have seen on the last few cars it happens a few times. But most of the drivers just have the one face. We've already set aside his accessories, so now we just need to find his legs and hairpiece. And he really does look like he could be the other guy's brother. But where are his legs? There they are. Let me make sure he's all set up straight, and we will take a quick look at him. So there he is, wearing a fancy Ferrari, casual Ferrari outfit. It almost looks like a mechanic's outfit, but classier. You can see the little Ferrari logo on the side. All right, let's go ahead and seat him with his brother, and we will proceed with the build. The two of them can watch this car come together. There's two helmets and two wrenches ready to go for the car army. So it looks like here on this car, we're starting not with the chassis, but with the wheel arch itself. Not the wheel arch, the axle block. The wheel arch goes over the axle block later. Okay, and it looks like we're doing some bracketing here as well. And here's where we add the axle block to the chassis like that. And now we can proceed with the build. Okay, this plate here will secure the axle block to the chassis. Yeah. So now let's keep going. We have some jumpers going on in the interior space. I guess we'll find out soon how that's what they're for. And then these half tile, half plate squares. Okay. And then we have a slope and some studs. And there's a slope. Oh, I can see in the parts pile, there's a stud shooter launcher. I'm not sure what what part of the car it's meant to be, but it's interesting seeing that. Speed Champions is known for occasional interesting parts usage, so it'd be cool to see why we have a stud shooter. But yeah, so yeah, we're starting to shape up the interior, it looks like. And then we have this plate that goes over. And then a bigger plate. And these two tiny little brackets represent the first splash of the car's exterior color. No, there's and then some more jump plates to hold those two brackets in place. And then that looks like curved slopes that go on top of that. If I'm not mistaken, those look like seat backs. So it looks like we might still be detailing some of the interior space up here. Where's the other curved slope? There it is. And then there's another bracket over here that we need to get on. And that goes back here like this. And then there's another plate. Interesting layering going on for the interior structure here. And then we, next to that plate, we put on the two back wheel arches like this. And the car is starting to get its distinctive bright red color that it shares with the other car. And then here's one of those, well, two of those half-height bricks, one stud. And then this brick goes here and lines up behind the seat backs, clearly separating the back of the car from the interior. Okay, these seats are doing something interesting. I'll show you in a moment. For the top of the seat backs, we have these rounded tiles, these little tiny 1x1 tiles that are printed with Ferrari's distinctive horse logo. And the camera's not focusing, but they got these for the top of the seats. Most cars don't do printed seat backs. So now I need to do one more of those. Excuse me. And then another brick to hold everything back there into place. I have a really special stream planned that involves approximately 70 minifigures. But I want to finish Speed Champions first, so that's still a while off. And when we do finally do that stream, it'll probably take me a month to secure the sets for that stream. Yeah, I want to start populating. I don't really have a Lego city yet, but I want to start really populating my community of Lego people. So there's a couple special sets that we'll be talking about after we finish Speed Champions. I also have the Architecture City Skyline series in my wish list on Bricklink. However, I won't be doing those on stream because I did the computer versions of those sets on stream last year. So it'd be redundant to try and stream. It would be redundant to stream those. So those sets, when I get them, because most of them are hard to get now, but when I get those sets, they're going to be off stream. But I am finally getting them for real, like I talked about when I did those streams on the computer. Oh, there it is. It was blending with other pieces. Sorry about that delay, finding the piece. Okay, and then we have some, it looks like some hinge bases in Speed Champions. Hinge bases are used to do precise angling for some of the shaping. So it'll be, so I think that's going to be used to shape part of the back of the car. Okay, we need to get out the other. And we're doing an assembly now. That's a cool piece. It's like a Technic brick with a little bit of a plate sticking out. I've never seen this piece before. Anyway, at least I don't think I've seen this piece before. It doesn't look familiar to me. Give me a moment. Let's, there was a piece stuck to that. It looks like here's where we're going to see what the stud shooter is used for. Tonight represents cars 26 and 27 in the collection out of 41 total. We have 7 more streams of 2 cars each to finish out the series. Okay. Okay, so the stud shooters represent, looks like exhaust pipes. Interesting. Obviously, we're not going to put any ammo into the stud shooters this time. They use these with some of the mech characters. Let's get these loaded up first. I don't know why it has us putting the triggers in, since the triggers aren't even going to be visible in the final build once everything is in place around these, but I guess they can't give you a stud shooter without giving you the trigger mechanism. So this section will attach onto the brackets that we have on the back of the car like this. That is a cool design for the exhaust pipes though. There you can see how the stud shooters make up the exhaust pipes. And we're doing another assembly, it looks like. So let's get this together. So these are trans red 1x1 round tiles with printed black spots. That's what those two little tiles look like. Anyway, let's keep this going. And then we have a brick that's printed on one side, but needs a sticker on its other side. Oh, I see why they did it this way. It's so you could put the side detail sticker on opposite sides of the existing detail print that's on the middle. By making part of it a print and part of a sticker, they can make that brick face two ways. Okay, but really I want to be able to do this right, so there's the number 4 sticker. There it is. I get a feeling that it's got some stripes on it, so this is probably a very important pattern that I want to line up properly. The smaller the sticker, the more annoying it is to work with, generally speaking. No, it's supposed to be higher on the brick. According to this picture, it's supposed to line up with the top edge of the brick. That sticker is totally wrong. When we do the mirror assembly for the other side, I'll have another one of these really difficult stickers to do. And it looks like the rest of the stickers are reasonable in their shaping and size. So I shouldn't have too much difficulty with the remaining stickers once we get there. And then it gets a little slope on the side here. And a half pyramid slope over here. And then this whole section lines up on these two side studs like this over the stud shooter exhaust pipe like that. And then we're going to build one for the other side. Okay, let's get another one of those printed bricks. And this time, the design is going on this side of it. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's get those two little slope pieces on so we can attach this one to the back of the car as well. Okay. This will go on there like that. Okay, and I was really concerned about those side stripe stickers for not really much. Turns out they don't really line up with anything, just the wheel arches. But here's what the back of the car looks like with those two assemblies attached with the tail lights. And you can see the stripes by the wheel arches. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay. I've not used this piece before. Let's hope I line it up correctly. All right. And then we have some wedges, it looks like. And this lines up over the center brackets. And now we're really starting to fill in some of the shaping for the back of the car there. Let's keep going. All right, so it looks like we're starting to do some smoothing of the exterior here. Did I miss a step somewhere? I think I might have. No, I put these studs in these little half bricks in the wrong position. That's why it wasn't connecting right. Let's try this again. And then we have some more tiles going on. So yeah, we're shaping and smoothing the surfaces now. Okay, now we're doing an assembly. And this assembly is going to have a sticker with a very tiny logo. And the sticker set that inset says to line up the sticker so that the black stripe is on the bottom, which makes the actual horse upside down. You know what? I'm going to take the panel off and try and line up the sticker on its on the panel before attaching it to the plate. And this sticker does require precise alignment, so I have to be off camera for this so I can do it right. As long as you don't press it all the way down and you leave yourself a little bit to peel with, you can adjust it without creasing it terribly. And so now, that's what it looks like. Oh, you know what we're doing here? We're doing the first steps of the racing stripe. So let's go ahead and make our assembly, and then we will put the two stickers on. Yeah, it's the bracket piece, okay. Okay. Shoot, there is some printing on the sticker. I'm trying to determine if it's a pattern or if it's text. Because if it's text, it matters which way we place the sticker. Excuse me, I need to take a really close-up look. So it looks like the stripe is on the lower side. Okay, I still can't tell what's printed on the sticker, but I think I see which way it's meant to be placed. And if I'm wrong, well, so what? It's the back of the car, and most people aren't going to notice anyway. What matters is that the racing stripe itself lines up across the car because it's composed of several stickers. Oh shoot. I just put a scratch in the sticker trying to line them up with the other one. Well, it's not perfect, but here's what I got. The beginnings of the racing stripe. And so, yeah, I can see if that's the racing stripe, then the way it's going to be put on the car, the little tiny microscopic horse will be upright. Okay, let's keep the build going. We're doing some more of these little brackets here. We just passed the two hour mark of stream, so I think we're making pretty good time. Okay, how's this positioned? Okay, so here's another bit of the racing stripe, but it backs up against the other side of the racing stripe. So in order to make sure that this part lines up correctly, I want to put that on first. And this one doesn't have any microscopic printing, so I just have to make sure it lines up. And alignment doesn't have to be quite as perfect because this isn't going to be seen in the same shot as the rest of the stripe. This is opposite it on the other side of the build. I still want it to match up as well as possible though. Okay, that one's on. And now if I view it from this, all right, from this angle now, we see the top pieces of the hinge bases. So this little assembly we just did is going to pop into the hinge bases that we put in before. Facing which way though? So it's going to pop in like this. And I just yeeted a section of that build across the table and off. Okay, so I retrieved it. Let's fix that up. And so now that section is supposed to fold down, and then it lines up with the back of the car like that. That's what it looks like with that whole section attached. You can see the extension of the racing stripe on the bottom of the car, little tiny Ferrari horse logo, and then at the top you can see the racing stripe, how it begins down the middle of the structure. And then we have this big curved slope that's going to continue the racing stripe. And let's put that on so I can line it up. And there is a gap caused by the edges of the pieces. Not much to be done about that, unfortunately. Okay, so I think I centered that pretty well. May not be perfectly lined up with the other piece, but it's close enough that most people won't notice. There's still that big gap there, but that can't be helped. And now we have some slopes that are each going to get 2 stickers. But these stickers don't really line up. Well, there's some stickers that have to go on the edge, but the bigger sticker on each of these doesn't really matter because it's just detailing that doesn't line up with anything else. So as long as it's straight, it'll be okay. And that slope will go on here and fill in the gap there. And now I assume we do this mirror piece for the other side. Or I should say mirroring piece for the other side. It's crooked. And this piece these 2 stickers, as it turns out, will be visible in the same field of view, meaning they kind of need to look like they line up. So we cover over this other gap, and most of the back of the car is shaped. And yeah, those 2 stickers with the markings they line up pretty well. It's not perfect, but with the racing stripe in the middle, most people won't be able to tell. Plus, it's the back of the car, so this side won't even be on display. All right, let's keep going. It's almost time for bag 2. Okay, so this is the beginnings of side detail, it looks like. And yeah, we'll do another one of those. And then I think it'll be time for bag 2. And this one will go on this side like this. Bag 2. So we've got about half the sticker sheet remaining. Now this car was from the 2023 wave, which means that the wheels and tires should come pre-attached. Yep, the wheels and tires are a single piece, and we just have to attach the wheel covers later. So let me just set aside them off so we don't have another situation like we had with the Pagani last month. Here's the canopy, which we'll take off to the side as well. And let's finish opening up these bags. Okay. The bags are open and the wheel covers are set aside till we need them. So we're going to start with the yellow studs on the jumpers that we're going to put inside the interior space. We need to find the other jumper so we can do that again. We need 2 of those. So we've just gone into the second bag of the second car. So I guess you could say we're in the 4th quarter of tonight's stream. So it looks like we're starting to put together the shaping and structure for the front half of the car. And then here's a little piece of the console here, which gets a sticker. This is part of the interior space. So even though it's not 100% straight, it's good enough. There's the console sticker that we just put on. And that will go there. And then we also get this little plate going on the front end here. And then we have some side brackets. Looks like what we're doing is we're edging out the front side of the interior space now. So we can start to build up the front end of the structure of the car. Here's another one of those curved slopes, but this time it represents the part of the dash rather than the back of a seat. So yeah, and then we also have the steering wheel in the step. So it's black on black. You can't really tell what we just did, but you can see the interior of the car is pretty much together now. And now we have assembly. It looks like this assembly starts with the front axle block. I can tell you for a fact the very next Speed Champion stream is going to be the 2 Fast and Furious movie cars. And then we have some straight 2-packs after that are actually 2-packs to finish out the series. Okay, it's these pieces actually. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely building some detailing and structure for the front of the car. And there's a sticker that goes over that tile. But it only goes about over half of the tile. So let's see if I can line this up correctly to look straight. It looks like the sticker is color blocking more than any real detail, so still should look nice though. Still should look centered and straight. Which it's not. Sorry about the delay. The sticker still should look good because we are in the front of the car, so this part of the car will be visible in the full display. So yeah, front of the car stickers in my setup matter a lot more than back of the car stickers. I think that's good enough. We'll know for sure once I put the other pieces around it. Okay, it goes on like that. And there's nothing holding that in place so far. Let's these studded tiles should secure that connection. Yeah, that assembly's not going anywhere anymore. It's pretty well secure, which means we can go on with the solid structure now. Okay, and it looks like we're doing some more side bracketing here. Okay, all right. I got the wrong bracket there. Now I got the correct bracket. Now we have to do another one of those. Okay. So it looks like we're beginning the assembly and detailing and shaping of the sides of the car now. It looks like this is a section that I'm going to have to look at what I'm doing. Because it looks like rather than sub-assemblies, it looks like we're mostly doing just individual pieces. Yeah. So I need to be able to see what I'm doing here. Let's make sure we get the correct pointy piece. And that will go into this gap here. And then we are doing another section here with some curved slopes. And it looks like this section is going to get a sticker. Tiny little sticker, but it doesn't continue on to the wedge. So let me go ahead and put it on. And excuse me if I don't show this sticker on camera. I know the camera's not going to focus on this sticker. It's way too tiny. But it's basically just a microscopic print of the Ferrari logo. So then we attach the wedge next to that. And this section will go on to the brackets here like this. And there's still some gapping going on that side. So that's basically what we just did. You can see the shaping along the side. And this is what I'm going to do on this side now. Okay. Where's that one piece I need? There it is. Okay, and then this little bit will go onto this side. Now we have some interesting side anti-stud assembly going on here. And another hinge base. This one will probably use to angle the front end of the car. Let's make sure we're using the correct bracket types here. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm just trying to get the sticker lined up. This is a color blocking and detail sticker more than anything, so it's not that big a deal. Now just go on the front of the car like that. So yeah, we're about to build one for the other. Or not yet. We're going to do the wheel arch first, it looks like. So this will go in here. Boom, we have our first wheel arch on the front. And now we do the assembly for the other side. Okay, need to do the sticker once I find the correct wedge piece in this parts pile. And now this whole section is going to drop into the car. Same like we did with the other section. It lines up like this. And then we're going to do the other wheel arch. And then this one will drop into the base like this. And now it looks like we're securing the wheel arches in place with their corner stud against the front core of the car there. Looks like we're doing some more color blocking and bracketing. That explains why we left a gap there. It was so that we could put in another bracket and finish the detailing and shaping over there in the side. So it looks like we have some more tiling. This tiling looks like it's intended to set up some color blocking. That's an attractive looking bit of color blocking there. Most of my parts pile at this point is red. So at this point, we really just have a lot of finishing off to do with the front details. Okay, it looks like we have an assembly to do. But yeah, looks like most of the shape for the front of the car is in place. It looks like this assembly is going to fill that big gap in the middle and finish off the front of the car. That's a prediction at least. And there's the top of the hinge base. So this is the piece that's going to attach to that hinge we put inside. which way is this sticker facing. Okay, yeah, this sticker is another instance of a microscopic horse logo. So I want to make sure that I put this piece facing the correct way once I put the sticker on. This assembly does make it very easy to see which way is going to end up on top though. So all I have to do is flip that over and I see which way is on top. And then with that, our little microscopic horse logo is in place. So this is the section we just built for the front of the car. You can see the tiny Ferrari horse logo on it. And this we're gonna pop into the hinge base like that. And that only angles down very slightly to give that distinctive curve. So there it is attached. Let's keep going. We're almost at the end of this build. So we have some more color blocking and tiling to do, it looks like. And then we have these, the slopes for the headlight are actually printed this time. So here's what the front of the car looks like with those printed headlight slopes on. And now we have the last 5 stickers. So bear with me. These stickers involve part of the racing stripe as well as some color blocking. So I have to be precise here. Okay, not too bad on those color blocking stickers. Now I need to work on the stripe. And at the end of the stripe at the front of the car, yet another microscopic Ferrari horse logo. So I don't think I did too terribly on those stickers. Stripe looks pretty good, even though there's an unavoidable gap in the middle. But that's what the front looks like with the stickers applied. You can see I matched up the color blocking and the stripe pretty well. I guess when we put the canopy over it with the printed stripe piece, we'll see if it matches up with the striping we did along the back. As you can see, the sticker sheet is now empty, we are done with stickers for this build. And actually, I think we're done with the build. We just have to put the wheels and canopy on. Yeah. And here's the beautiful printed canopy, completing the red structure with the yellow racing stripe down the middle. And that's what the car looks like from the top with this racing stripe complete. I think I lined it up pretty smoothly. Maybe not 100% perfect, but it looks good. And then here for this one, we want the starburst wheel covers, not the pentagrams. So we want the wagon wheels, I think is what I usually call them. So let's go ahead, and I want to keep the little baggie intact until I'm cleaning up after stream, when the wheels will be put away properly. Okay, so we got the wheel covers we need. Now all I have to do is pop them into the wheels, and it's black on black, so you won't be able to see it that well, but I will try to show what the wheel looks like. Yeah, I can get the light to hit it just a certain way. That's what our wheel looks like. I had the light hitting it a bit over here. Yeah, that's our wheel. I just have to make 4 of those real quick, and then this car will be done, which means we will be done with stream and we can figure out our exit raid. So here is our Competizione, the Ferrari Competizione, our second bright red shiny Ferrari car for today. And so now let's, yeah, and then you put the canopy over like that, and you can put the driver inside. And so does it for the instructions. And so does it for the instructions. All right, who are we going to raid? But before we raid, let's set up a before we raid, let's set up a let's set up an exit display. So we'll bring back out the Tributo and the Competizione. And one more look at our little driver guys. And you know what? Let's set them up for the driver army that I do. Let's give them their wrenches and helmets to hold. So here's one more look at the Competizione driver, ready for my garage display. And we will set them up here. And we will now give the other driver his accessories. One more look at the Tributo driver. And we will set him up over here with his car. He's kind of out of the light. Let's try and move things around a bit. Light's not much better. Well, so there we are. Two cars, the Ferrari Tributo and the Ferrari Competizione. This was a pair of really fun cars. And we just passed the 3 hour mark. We made really good time on this pair. All right, let's see who we have to raid. Gigi's on tonight. She's usually a fun show. Yeah, and she's one of a few Twitch musicians who I think gets into the cool fandoms. So yeah, let's raid Gigi Melodies tonight. Okay, the raid is set up. Did I misspell that? Yeah, I misspelled that. Let's try that again. Sorry, my hands are in the way of you admiring these beautiful cards for the last few minutes. All right, the raid is set up. This was a fun double 2-car stream. I will see you soon. Have a good night. I will see you soon. Have a good night. I will see you soon. Have a good night. I will see you soon. Have a good night. Me away, pull me under, over again, babe. Take me to secret places. Meet me at secret parties. Shit. Whoops. I forgot the words. I forgot which one came first. My bad. Okay, we're gonna have to restart the song. I'm sorry. Sorry. Let's pull up the words. Whoops. Pro streamer forgot our own song. My bad. Can I see the lyric sheet? Oh, that's not. Pull me under.